Can you talk about how disappointing this year has been, Andrea?
Well, this season has two aspects. Of course, we can be enthusiastic about not making the playoffs, but on the other side, I think we started something really good. With Coach Case, it's really changed the culture, and we're building something really good. So that's the right path to take in order to be a winning team. I'm very convinced about his principles, about his work. So everybody's excited about next year. So once again, you can be enthusiastic about not making the playoffs, but everybody is happy with the hard work that we've been done all season.
How about yourself personally with the two calf injuries to be out more than half a season?
Yeah, that was very frustrating. I mean, extremely frustrating for me. But, that sport, there is not much you can do about it. It happened in the wrong time, 2 times. So there's not much I can say.
How is it feeling now, and do you have a plan for it going into the off-season?
It feels better. My priority is make sure that beginning of next year I'm perfectly healthy and ready to go for 82 games. So that's my priority, of course. Now it feels good, but now it doesn't really matter how does it feel, right?
Is this the same treatment through the summer, rest and muscle play?
I still gotta sit down with Brian and the medical staff to make a plan, a program for the summer. So I'm not sure yet about the dates and my schedule.
Andrea, putting aside,
Jose said that you were the number one. You're the number one guy now on this team. Do you feel like this is your team more now than you did last year?
I feel it's a Raptors team. Of course, I know I'm an important guy in the team. Gotta take the team on the shoulders sometimes, and try to. With DeMar, So yeah, it's not my team. It's everybody's team, Raptors team.
Andrea, do you feel at this point that you and DeMar have played enough together to know each other's strengths and weaknesses and how you guys complement each other or not?
Yeah, for sure. And I think DeMar keeps getting better every year. I'm sure next year is going to be better because he's going to work all summer. So we got a good chemistry going on, yeah.
putting aside the injuries, where does this season rank amongst all your seasons as a pro?
My season?
In all your seasons as a pro, where does this season rank in terms of how?
Well, I'm very happy about how I play, the few games that I play, because I wasn't able to play the whole season. I played on a level that I never performed before, so I'm really happy about it. And I got to keep that level next year. That's where I want to play, and I want to do even more. So I got to keep getting better, on the defense end, on the offense.
What do you think changed? What changed?
Well, I played much better defense, that for sure. And then I kept getting better on the offensive end. I was more involved, of course. Every year I got more shots. And
Coach has raved about your defense all year when you've been on the court. What sparked that change for you defensively this year?
I think it's just all the work that we do in the gym. We started to work on defense since day one. So if you work in the gym all day, that's all you're working on. You're gonna get better. If you dedicate yourself to keep working every day, then you can only get better.
13 games at the beginning of the season, that was probably your best basketball in your career. Do you feel like that is who you are and what you can build on?
Well, I prove I can play at that level, so that's what I expect from myself to do next year, right?
How tough was it simply from an offensive perspective, spending so much time on defense from day one? Was there was it a tough transition early on to play that offense that you've been used to in the past?
Well, of course it's tough, but that's what it takes to win. We didn't win this year, but coach is coming from a winning situation, so he definitely knows what it takes to win. So that's the right way. It's not easy, otherwise everybody would do it. So.
Can you just talk a little bit about your rapport, your relationship with Dwayne Casey?
It's a great relationship. I respect him a lot. I think he's a very good coach. He tells you straight up what he thinks about you, what he has to say. He tells you straight up. So everything is okay. Everything is good.
What does this team need most to get to the next level? Dwayne said he wants the team to make the playoffs next year. So what does the team need?
Well, I think for sure the first thing is a little bit of experience. More than this year, we had a very young team. So that would come, from the mistakes that we've done this year, because we played a lot of games that were very tight, until the end, and most of them we lost them. So I think we got to learn from those kind of games, right? That's the first thing.
What's your off-season plan? What are you going to do during the summer?
But like I say, I still gotta sit down with Brian and the medical stuff, because for my injury, so we still gotta decide, what was the plan.
Is there a particular type of player, though, you'd like to see them bring in to aid this, improvement?
I don't know. Like I say, we need a little more experience, but that's Brian's job. Yeah, just.
How different does it feel to end this season as opposed to the end of last season?
Sorry?
How different is the feeling at the end of this season as opposed to last year?
That's a nice question. Well, the result is the same, but I think we did, like I said, I did a really good job. We started to build something very good. The culture is different, and so I'm positive.
What was the most encouraging part of the season?
The encouraging part? Well, for me was the day I got injured, a few minutes before. That was the best part of the season because we won in Phoenix the day before. We were winning, so I was really excited. And, things change fast. Yeah.
What gives you confidence for next year?
What, sir?
What gives you confidence for next year?
The work that we've done this year. I think we work really hard, and I can also see from the fans around the city that everybody appreciates our the effort that we put on the floor. Even if, like I say again, we can be happy about not making the playoffs, but the effort that we put on the floor, it was definitely different than last year. And the people, the fans around the city, I can tell they appreciate that.
So how long are we going to have to wait till this team makes playoffs?
I like your question. They're very. I didn't do the playoffs for 4 years, so I'm the first person that is very thirsty about making the playoffs. So it's got to be next year. Everybody is very committed to do it next year. We have to, At this point, we have to do it next year.
Andrea, everybody's talking about it being your team and you're the guy and everything. At that, everybody seems always asking every market, if you're the guy, then will you actually talk to Brian? Like you say, it's his job, and it is his job to put it together, but will you give your input? Will you say, I'd like to see this, or could we try for that, or that's a guy I want, or will you actually talk to him and give your input?
Yeah, if I've been asked for the input, I would definitely say my opinion. Yeah, why not?